Oh my gosh. So today I'm so excited. It's like the first time of when it popped up on my YouTube. Uh, Kelly Hart viewers also watch. I was so excited, like, oh my God. And I go in and look and see what other people are watching. Um, but so I had gotten an email and it said they had left me a comment. And I was like, I never get notified for comments. Like so I went in, I'm looking for their comment and I start seeing there's a whole bunch of comments. I was like, oh my gosh, so I have to do something to get comments, obviously. So I had to go in and start looking it up, trying to figure out, like, why am I not getting comments? And, all that stuff for a brain injured person is a struggle. Because I just thought, like, oh, I would see the comments automatically. But no. So, anyways, if you have been commenting and I didn't answer, it wasn't because I was ignoring you, it's because I just didn't see them. There was lots of times I wish I would have, like, some of these are 3 months old that I saw. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm answering 3 month old things. These people have moved on. But yeah, I had no idea that there was comments. So now I do. And yeah, so seeing the comments, then you also get to see it's funny because I knew there would be people, especially these people, and they're under these, they don't put themselves out there at all. They don't put their real face or their real name. I mean, I do. I put myself out there, and these people don't. And, they have funny little names, Poopy Cat or, fact checking royalty, whatever. And they feel obligated to, go at you with what they believe. And it's like, yeah, that's not what I'm about. But, to each his own. It's funny too, when I have put it out there about a zillion times, I have a brain injury, I'm going blind, so I can't see well, and I got a brain injury in the hospital from doctors that people, think are there to save them, and they all cover it up. They cover each other. They're not out for you. I've put that out there so many times, and when people are going to come back and say, like, oh, try and string a sentence together. I do try. I try really hard. Thank you. It's like, I don't know why it is that there's a certain group of people who just feel so much like, that's how they want to live their day, is attacking somebody else, if it makes them feel better. I can't imagine it really makes you feel better to your core. I would imagine you go around feeling anxious and irritated and angry and wanting control of things and people, and you can't control everything, and it's very frustrating. But all that's happening to show you what your wounds are, to give you this opportunity to heal them. And, the people who are stuck and, they're stuck on this persona that they've created. And, the persona has, its beliefs, its rules, and they need everybody else to follow them because that's what makes them seem real to them. If everybody else is doing what they desire them to do, then it's safe. It's a safe place. Things make sense. But this is not a place for that. Things don't make sense. And everything that you feel in that way is so you can grow beyond that, release those kinds of things, because those things are what hold you back, and for because to me, like, even if I go on here and it's only 10 people that were to come back and say, you really helped me, and I really look forward to, it gives me some sort of understanding that I didn't have before or whatever. It doesn't matter if it is only 10 people, because how it works is then those 10 people, they go out and help 10 people. Those people go out and help 10 people. Those people go out, and it spreads. So it doesn't matter, how many people that you can do something positive for. That's what's most important. To get into this cycle of negativity and, oh, people have to believe what I believe. That is, it's everything inside your being showing you, things that you don't want to see. You don't need everybody to believe what you believe. You can believe whatever you want. That's the beauty, is you are free. You're a free human being. You're a free living being, eternal being that gets to believe whatever it wants to believe. Nobody has to believe what you believe. You're unique. So you don't need to spend time trying to get others to believe what you believe. And one thing about my channel, you go to the title, it's Insights and Intuition from Kelly Hart. These are my own insights. This is my own intuition. I'm not sitting there telling you facts by Kelly Hart. As a matter of fact, I tell you all the time, go in and look up stuff for yourself. You will come to what resonates with you, but you don't have to go and push what you believe on other people. Everybody has that free will, free choice, and everybody's going to understand things to the level of where they understand on a soul level. There's, just let's take for instance, they showed me one this morning. And somebody was asking me, where do you get your stuff? And so I'll say it again, is, as a child, I began hearing beings speaking inside my head. I knew it wasn't me. I knew it was information coming from outside of me. And I began having conversations with them. And, they were as real as the people around me. And as a matter of fact, they made more sense than the people around me. And when I tried to share the information, nobody wanted to hear it. Nobody could wrap their heads around it or believe it. And, I just got, taught, you're just a crazy kid, I guess. I don't know. But, it wasn't like anybody cared about what I was saying, especially because this is another thing that, where people comment about, I just need to learn more about the Bible or whatever. I think I've made it clear how I feel about that. I grew up at a time when it was just part of our life. Like on Sundays, families got up, they went to church, the kids went to Sunday school, people got together after church. It was just the lifestyle back then. So I spent a lot of time in church and being taught about the Bible and God and Jesus and stuff like that. And, don't forget that each religion also separates from each other religion because they've got very particular rules. Each one has very particular rules. And these rules that they know is how you get to God. So I would ask questions, and there was never answers to my questions. It was just, you don't ask questions, you just have faith. You just believe because you're told to believe. Well, that didn't resonate with me. That didn't make any sense to me. And it didn't ever align. The God that they taught about didn't align with the God that I knew in my heart. So I couldn't, just be a blind follower of something that didn't resonate. So I went outside of the religious sect to look for what I found to be the truth. And I found that truth in things about reincarnation, about near-death experiences, about, the whole world that is going on it's right outside of us, and we just can't see it. And, about consciousness and about energy. And, so I went and found my truth. I went and found what made sense to me. I also had a life-changing experience. Not only was I born into a family that was, very troubled. I've talked about it. My dad was an alcoholic, pedophile. So he, he had a lot of issues. and had violent tendencies. And yeah, that, I mean, if you want to talk about, my crooked nose or the lump on my head, that happens when you get smashed in the face with a chair by your dad when you're a little kid. So, yeah, I carry some wounds throughout my life. My life has been extraordinary. It's had a lot of ups and downs. Like if it was played as a symphony, it would be very dramatic symphony, And I got through it. I feel empowered. I was able to get through my life and still come out and able to smile and still be happy. And that's why I share, my experiences and how I got through things, because there's a lot of people who feel really stuck in what's going on with them. And, going through the life-changing experience of getting a brain injury, that, that really, it was very significant. I mean, beyond all of the other stuff I had happen in my life, that was because it took me off my path. It made me have to go and reevaluate everything in the world, everything in life. I had to go in and relearn things. I had to release things that no longer seemed important and value things that did seem important that I were undervalued in my life before. So, that's another thing that I try and share, because this time period, everything led up to what's happening now. And, I'm compelled to go out and help. Compelled is the drive is so deep inside of you, you can't go against it. I have to come out because I know my role in this world is to help others to go through some of the stuff that is very difficult. It's not to argue about, if the earth is flat or if, ghosts exist, if aliens or demons or whatever. You're going to understand the world at the level that you can understand it. And the world is far more complex, and it opens more and more and more. Christ consciousness is, is a vast open to information, and there's a lot of people who aren't there yet. And, but everything is about this level up. So let's just say, that you have somebody and they come in, and they're attacking. Say, they come in and start telling you that you don't know how to put words together, like, like they're trapped. They have to listen to you, and you just can't put words together. It's like, I release you. You're not trapped. You have you are completely empowered to turn me off and to go find someone else who can put words together the way you like it. But let's say that somebody, goes and does that, and, they may not, learn anything. It may not open them up at all. And they may go in and they may die. Well, I mean, they will die. Everybody's going to die. But when they die, then and they go through their life review, they get a new look at different things. They get to see it by being away from it. So they're not in it. They're not feeling it. They're away from it. They're seeing the experience in a new way. So then they, all of a sudden, they see like, yeah, man. So I was judging this person. What did I listen to him for 5 minutes, and then I'm judging them? I don't even know them. I don't even know, what they talk about or anything. Why would I do that? So the beauty in that realization, although it's a little late for that particular life, is that they take that knowledge into their next life. So they would be the person that you would be talking to, and they are always like, hey, don't judge others. You don't know them. You shouldn't talk about something you don't know, because they learned it, because they have an understanding. That is the growth. That is, and everybody's going to be growing at different levels. Not everybody's here to ascend. The ascension is happening for people who are here for that purpose. But it's not for everybody. But everybody gets this opportunity to level up. You get an opportunity to have things exposed to you about yourself so that you can grow, because you will carry that into your next life. Because this is about a soul's journey, not about this little life experience you're going through. This little life experience you're going through is a sand pebble. Just like I said yesterday, all this stuff has no real meaning Everybody has, like, they hold on to things like they just matter. It just matters so much. And, I've got to follow these rules because they matter so much, and I'm just putting it out there, like, whose rules are you following? Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to make happy besides yourself? And there's a big thing about, for people who are on the ascension path, which you will know in your heart because you feel like you are craving for something outside of you. You're craving for understanding of what you're a part of this big universe, and it's calling out to you. So you will know, you're on this journey and a path to enlightenment. And one thing is, I'd heard a while back, is you have to be over 50. I think this is from the book of one, for the harvest, which is the harvest is the ascension. When you have to be over 51% of, that you are in service of others, not in service of self. Because in service of self is all just about what is going to benefit you. Like this, what I'm doing, even if it was to only help 10 people in the whole fucking world, I've still helped 10 people. That's significant. That is, and that is being in service, is, to put yourself out there, to take the risk of having people come at you, and still to know my own truth, and to have the love for myself, to, be my authentic self, to appreciate myself, and to put myself out there and share what I have learned, what I understand. And I don't believe in religion, and I think it very much holds people back. It's limitations. It's like the beginning of the control on this planet. They used religion. And, so many people have surrendered to religion as the only way of being close to God. And I'm very close to God. And I don't go through religion because you don't need a middleman. You don't need, a mediary to help you get to God. God is there. You have a piece of God in you. You are a part of God. You don't need somebody to help you, get to the Holy Master or whatever. And, most people, their concept of God, of the Savior who is there to save you and judge you and stuff like that, that's I think that is misleading. Because, when you die, I've gone in and read tons and tons of books about people who have died and come back. And when you die, it's not. I mean, it can be, because it is what you create. So if you are super religious and you think that that's it, you will create that. You will have whatever at the pearly gates, and you have to say your piece to get in. It's whatever you believe. But, that will only go so long before you have to see the truth. Because all souls are here for growth and movement. Your energy, you can't be stagnant. So you're always going to be growing and trying to learn and expand. So, and religion is a confinement. It is a control. And God isn't about that. It's not about control. It's about freedom. It's about, free will, not judging others, and being true and being authentic, loving yourself enough to love others. That's what it's all about. And, I find it sad that there's people who are really stuck, but this is everything that's happening on the planet right now is all for your growth. It's all so you can see sides of yourself that you didn't know were there, because this is all about the ascension. And if you don't understand that, there's tons and tons of books and spiritual text. You know, they've wanted to keep spiritual people quiet. They wanted to keep the New Age movement as, creepy Satanists who talk to devils and stuff like that. Well, that's all, go watch The Village. I mean, The Village shows you, like, how they try and keep you in fear and keep you from, seeing beyond the illusion. They don't want you to see beyond the illusion, because then they don't control you. So in this opening up yourself, in this healing process, when you begin to see that the world is not what you believe it is, to the point where you start noticing, like, things aren't, why is the sun and moon next to each other? Weren't we told the sun and the moon were on totally different places? Isn't the moon supposed to be down underneath where the people are asleep, and the sun is up here where we're awake? But then all of a sudden you're seeing them in the same place. You start questioning it, and you're, oh, that's a reflection. Oh, people come up with anything so that they don't have to see that this is an illusion. This isn't real. This is a creation. It's a three-dimensional creation, because they are so caught up in the illusion, they believe this is it. And then you're being manipulated by the controllers to tell you what it's all about. But all of it is misleading. So that's why you have to go in and you have to really go and do some research into things, go really do, and don't just listen to one group that is going to just say all negative stuff to confirm your own biases. You want to listen to other people who are saying the complete opposite, and trust your abilities for being able to have discernment, to understand, get in touch with your soul, so that your soul can give you guidance and lead you towards your truth, what you are here to understand. Because, it's different for everybody, and everybody's at different levels, You can't be telling a first grader about sixth grade math, So there's no reason for us to be arguing about stuff. It is, everybody understands things to the level that they can understand. But there's tons of information, and if you're hungry for information, there's so much out there to give you a deeper understanding, because most everything that anybody understands or believes is all been a manufactured control from the masters of this reality. So yeah, you have to go beyond that. There's some more stuff I want to say, but this is getting long, so I'll just be right back.